Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving deep into Criterion C, creating the solution. This is where all your planning and design actually comes to life. And honestly, it's one of the most exciting parts of the design cycle. If you're watching this, you've probably already crashed Criterion A and Criterion B, so you've got your research done and your design ready. Now, it's time to actually build the thing. Let's break down exactly what the IB is looking for and how you can max out those achievement levels. The four pillars of Criterion C. Criterion C has four main strands, and you need to nail all of them to reach those higher achievement levels. Strand 1, construct a logical plan. Basically, your roadmap that's so clear your peers could follow. Strand 2, demonstrate excellent technical skills. Show off what you've learned and mastered. Strand 3, follow the plan to create your solution. Actually, make the thing and make it work. Strand 4, fully justify the changes. Explain why you deviated from your original plan when things didn't go as expected. Think of it like this: you are not just making something cool, you are documenting how you made it, proving that you have the skills, and showing you can adapt when needed. Let's dig into each strand. Alright, first up, your plan. The IB says it needs to be logical and sufficient for peers to be able to follow. What does that actually mean? Your plan needs three key elements. 1. Step-by-step instructions. Don't just write, make the website or build the model. Break it down into specific sequential steps. For example, step 1, set up HTML structure with header, main, and footer sections. Step 2, create CSS style sheet and link to HTML document. Step 3, style the navigation bar with flexbox layout, and so on and so forth. Each step should be clear enough that another student in your class could pick up your plan and know exactly what to do next. 2. Time allocation. The IB specifically mentions efficient use of time. Include estimated time for each major phase of your project. Be realistic. If you think creating a logo will take 30 minutes, but you have never used graphic design software before, maybe budget 2 hours. You might create a Gantt chart or a simple timeline, something like week 1, research materials and gather resources, 3 hours. Week 2, create prototype version, 5 hours. Week 3, testing and refinements, 4 hours, and so on and so forth. 3. The resources needed. List everything you will need: materials, software, tools, equipment, help from others. This shows you have thought ahead. The IB wants to see efficient use of resources. For our website project, code editor, image files, color palette, hosting platform. For a physical product, specific materials: wood, glue, paint, paper, tools, saw, drill, safety equipment. Here's a pro tip for you: take screenshots or photos of your planning documents. Use project management tools like Trello, Notion, or even simple Google Doc with a checklist. Whatever you use, make sure it's clearly documented in your portfolio. We are going to demonstrate our excellent technical skills. This is where you prove you have actually learned something and can execute it well. The keyword here is excellent. The IB isn't looking for beginner level work at the highest achievement levels. So what counts as excellent technical skills? It depends on project type. For digital projects, we need clean, efficient code with proper syntax, using advanced features, not just the basics, responsive design that works on different devices, proper file organization and naming conventions. For physical products, precise measurements and clean cuts, proper use of tools and techniques, high quality finishing touches, attention to detail in construction. For graphic design, understanding of design principles, the alignment, contrast, and hierarchy, proper use of software tools and features, professional looking final output, appropriate file formats and resolution. What's a secret sauce? Documentation. Don't just show the final product. Capture screenshots, capture photos, screen record, photos of anything you using these technical skills. Show the process. For example, take screenshots of your code with comments explaining complex functions. Take photos of your precise cutting technique or assembly process. Record a time lapse of your design work. Remember, excellent is relative to your level and what you have been taught. A Year 3 student isn't expected to have the same technical skills as a Year 5 student. But whatever level you are at, push yourself to show mastery of the techniques you have learned. Now we get to the doing part. Strand 3 is about actually following that beautiful plan you created and making sure your solution works as intended. Following the plan means you are checking off those steps, sticking to your timeline, and using those resources you identified. This is how you can show this. Reference your plan as you work. According to step 5 of my plan, take detailed photos or screenshots showing your progress aligning with your timeline. Create a log or journal tracking what you did and when. But here's the thing, you don't have to follow the plan perfectly. Life happens, things change, and that's totally fine. Which brings us to strand 4, but we'll get there. Functions as intended is crucial. Your solution needs to actually work and meet the design specifications you created in Criterion B. Does your website load properly on different browsers? Does your model stand upright without falling over? Does your app perform the functions you designed it to do? Does your recipe produce an edible, appealing dish? Test everything. Document the testing. Show it works. If something doesn't work perfectly, that's okay. But you need to acknowledge it and ideally explain why or how you would fix it with more time. Strand 4, justifying changes. This is a strand students often forget about, but it's very, very, very important. Strand 4 asks you to fully justify changes made to the chosen design and plan. Here's the truth. Your original plan will probably not be perfect. You will hit roadblocks, discover better methods, realize something won't work, or run out of time. That's not failure. That's the design process. The IB wants to see that you can recognize when changes are needed, you can make informed decisions about those changes, and explain your reasoning clearly. What counts as a change? Modifying your timeline because something took longer than expected, substituting materials because your first choice wasn't available, changing a design feature because it didn't work in practice, adding or remove a step in your process. How can we justify the changes properly? A bad justification, I changed the color from blue to green because I like green better. A good justification, I changed the color scheme from blue to green after user testing revealed that my target audience, I'm going to use elementary school students, found that bright green was more engaging and easier to read. This aligns with my design specification requiring high contrast for accessibility. See the difference? Good justification reference includes testing of feedback, design specifications, technical limitations or discoveries, research or expert advice, time or resource constraints. Next, what does the IB expect? Let's talk about what you need for each achievement level. I'm going to focus on levels 5 to 6 and 7, 8, since that's almost 12 you are aiming. For achievement level 5, 6, you create a logical plan with some detail, you demonstrate competent technical skills, You create the solution which mostly functions, and you outline changes made to the design and plan. Achievement level 7-8, you construct a detailed and logical plan that's clear enough for peers to follow, demonstrates excellent technical skills, follows a plan to create a solution which functions as intended, and fully justifies changes with clear reasoning. Now, for constructs a detailed and logical plan that's clear enough for peers to follow, one thing I usually encourage you to use as an example, give your plan to your colleague, your friend, and ask them to follow that to produce a product. If they don't ask any questions regarding that, then you have created a perfect logical plan. How do we jump from 5-6 to 7-8? Detail in your planning, excellence in your skills, not just competence, full functionality, not just mostly, full justification with reasoning, not just outlining what changed. Let me give you some insider tips to absolutely crush Criterion C. Do's: document everything with photos, screenshots, and videos. Be honest about challenges and changes. Show your work in progress, not just the final product. Reference your design specifications from Criterion B. Date all your evidence. Organize your portfolio clearly. Proofread your justifications. What not to do. Don't wait until the end to create your plan. That's not how planning works. Don't hide mistakes or problems. Embrace them and explain them. Don't use vague language like, I made some changes. Don't forget to show your technical skills in action, the photos, the screenshots. Don't rush the testing phase. And do not submit a solution that doesn't work without explanation. What are some of the common mistakes to avoid? Plan is too vague for others to follow. No evidence of actually following the plan. Changes aren't documented or justified. Technical skills aren't clearly demonstrated. Solution doesn't meet the design specifications. All right. That's Criterion C in a nutshell. Remember, this criterion is all about showing your process, not just your product. The IB wants to see that you can plan, execute, adapt, and reflect. Your checklist for success: detailed plan that others could follow, evidence of excellent technical skills, solution that actually works, clear justifications for any changes. If you nail these 4 strands, you are well on your way to those top achievement labels. Found this helpful? Smash that like button and subscribe for MYP design tips. Drop a comment if you have questions about your specific project. I love hearing what you're all working on. Next video, we'll tackle Criterion D, evaluating, where you'll test your solution and get feedback. You won't want to miss it. Until then, keep creating, keep iterating, and remember, the design process is messy, and that's exactly how it should be. Good luck with your projects.